The SAICA Biz Impact Podcast is proudly brought to you by SAICA, committed to growing impactful businesses in collaboration with our SAICA accredited practitioners. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast and visit our website for more valuable resources.
What helps you when you knock to the doors of these big corporates while you don't have a solid experience that you can prove? Because track record is one of the biggest things before any other corporate basically brings you on board. They'll ask you about your track record. If you're saying, no, I only have like 4,000 people, they're like, okay, nice. But they'll ask you, how many people have you placed? You're like, we placed 10, 15. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how did you maneuver around that challenge? Because that is the challenge for most SMEs. Track record. You find that the product is good and we can deliver, but they will say, okay, we're not yet sure.
It's a great question, right? And yes, track record helps you the more you get.
Correct.
But how do you start off with that? And all honesty, it's cold, hard outreaches. So for the first 3 to 5 years of JobJack's existence, I did the sales, and that means relentlessly connecting and messaging, these different players
For real.
on LinkedIn, guessing the email addresses, and phoning if you have their number by some chance, or obviously their office. And if they say no, it's just a not yet, right? And in respect, right, you respect that. But within a week or two, you'd follow up again, until the point where you like, listen, if after 30 minutes you feel like I've completely wasted your time, then I'll leave you alone. But this is really just for me to figure out where you guys are.
Okay.
And I think that's where sometimes people get a little discouraged. They, reach out to the first 4 or 5, companies, and 90% of them don't reply, and the 2 that do say just cut them off completely. Yeah. And I mean, on average, your reply only comes after about 11 outreaches, right? Just historically from cold outreach. So 1, that, and then 2, just persisting and running through as much as possible. I think sometimes people underestimate the value that just a sheer, knocking on doors gets, because eventually it gets you to a conversation, and eventually one of those conversations gets you to an open door where you can, boom, get that next piece of traction. With that next piece of traction, you can go to the next person, and your chances become, incrementally better.
The SAICA Biz Impact Podcast is proudly brought to you by SAICA, committed to growing impactful businesses in collaboration with our SAICA accredited practitioners. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast and visit our website for more valuable resources.